Hi, my name is Eddie Pennington, and I'm here to talk to you today about Lake Norman Volleyball Club, and they're the people that I chose for my organizational leader. Lake Norman Volleyball Club is a club that I currently coach for. I don't know much about the club currently, but I did this project to get more knowledge on the club and what they're all about. First off, their mission statement is to develop athletes physically, technically, and tactically to achieve their maximum performance as a volleyball player and to promote volleyball as a lifelong sport, regardless of age, gender, or economic background. The way that Lake Norman runs their volleyball club is very heavily towards the Theory Y type of leader, where they put a lot of trust into the organization as well as the coaches and rely on them to be successful in creating a successful team. For example, all the coaches of every single age division are allowed to create their own practice plans compared to other clubs where they will have the director of the club or a leader facilitate the entire gym. Rather, what Lake Norman does is they allow you as a coach to come up with a practice plan and to facilitate that practice plan to the best of your abilities to make your team as successful as possible. Throughout this process of me getting to know the Lake Norman Volleyball Club better, I was able to interview two coaches from Lake Norman's Volleyball Club. Both coach for the 17's black team. One is Trey Salinas and the other is Tina Dimmitt. And here's the interview that I had with them.
Hi, my name is Trey Salinas. I'm the assistant men's and women's volleyball coach for Belmont Abbey College, as well as the assistant 17 black coach for Lake Norman Volleyball Club.
I'm Christina Dimmitt. I'm the South Point High School head volleyball coach as well as the 17 black head coach for Lake Norman Volleyball Club.
When it comes to leadership, there are a few characteristics that we truly value.
Some of those characteristics I think are outlined in confidence, kind of having a type A personality as far as organization, and then passion for the game. Being able to be a leader, I think, demands for individuals to be confident and have a very high knowledge base. It doesn't always require you to play at a high level. It doesn't always require you to have a set number of years, but being overall confident with what you're trying to teach a young person, girl or boy, is very important. And being able to be confident, I think, echoes the idea that you have to have a very strong knowledge base about the skills, knowledge base about what you want your athletes to do, and a knowledge base about the game and where the game is headed.
I think another big aspect that we value is also belief in the process. With any sort of sport, there's a process which you go to in order to get an end result or a product. Belief in that process and knowing that above all things the team needs to benefit the most out of the process is really what helps drive leadership, and it drives leadership on the court, it drives leadership off the court. So I think having that vision of what is this process and what is the product that we're going to get out of this process.
Definitely.
After speaking with both Trey and Tina in the interview about being an effective leader, they both really showed that the way that they are effective on and off the court is by creating confidence and also a sense of trust within their athletes. They also discussed the knowledge that they need to have as coaches, as well as the confidence they need to have to pass on their knowledge to their athletes. Not just that, but also the belief in the process. The belief in the process really applies to any team that you can be coaching, where the team needs to benefit the most from the process that they're going through. You can't just self-rely on it to be a process that you're going to benefit from the most, because your goal in the organization is to pass on knowledge through your teaching abilities. Lake Norman is a volleyball club that's been around since 2012, so taking these steps and instilling so much trust into coaches is a big priority and a big responsibility for most coaches in this organization. Right now, I'm also a coach for Lake Norman Volleyball Club, currently at the 18s level. I'm passionate and I'm confident in my abilities as a coach that my team will be successful throughout the entire season, and that the organization has made a wise decision in trusting me to coach at such a high level. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it.